Welcome to Pilates. We've got the red ball and a set of hand weights. We'll get started laying all the way down on our backs. My name is Stephanie. We're going to do things in levels. So as we go, there'll be level 1, start here. If you want to add on challenges, we'll add the challenges on, but you can always go back and modify to those original exercises. So we're just going to start laying on our back. Find a nice comfortable position, that neutral spine with the back, little pocket of air underneath the low back. Start with our breathing. Inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. As you inhale, feel your rib cage open. As you exhale, pull the rib cage together, belly button to spine. Few big breaths, just letting your shoulders drop down to the mat. Maybe you let your head rock side to side, getting a little movement to the neck. And maybe you take your knees bent, feet flat. Just let the knees open and close, letting the hips open, and then returning to start in a little bit of a butterfly. Just starting to get some movement here. As you go, finding your breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling out your mouth. Welcome in. We've got the ball and a set of hand weights. A few more big breaths here, just warming up, pushing away the thoughts from outside, and focusing in here on our practice. Good. We pause, knees bent, feet flat. Let's take the knees over to one side as your gaze goes the opposite side, just finding some rotation to the spine. Inhaling back to center and exhaling to switch. You can take your arms out to a T if you want a little bit more room there with the knees. Just starting to get some rotation to the spine, finding our stretch as we wake up and get into our practice today. Good. We're going to pause back at center once you're nice and even. Let's grab that red ball. We're going to lift up the hips and the ball is going to go underneath the hips. So it's kind of like a little bunny tail on the tailbone. And then I want you to press your low back like a scoop. So I don't want you to be overarching the back on the ball. I want you to press that low back into the ball. Good. Let's take arms out to a T. That'll help you with your balance. You can take it to the mat if you want that extra challenge. Starting by just taking both legs into a tabletop position and finding your balance. Good. Arms are out at a T to help with the balance. In that tabletop position, knees are over hips, shins parallel to the ground. You can always ditch the ball if you're not feeling stable. Let's go single leg toe tap. Right toe taps down. Bring it back up, nice and slow. Left toe taps down. Using your core, finding that balance, bring it back up. Continuing here. Think of the same angle in the leg there, so you're not reaching the leg. It's that same 90 degree as you tap down. And you should feel the low core. If you start to feel the back arch, limit the range of motion. Good. We go one more side to side here. Finding those single leg toe taps. Pausing with both legs up towards that tabletop position. We go double leg toe tap. Maybe we don't get all the way down to the ground. Whenever you start to feel that low core, you pause, bring it back up. So even for me, I don't get all the way down to the mat. If you start to feel it in the back, you're taking the work away from the core. I want you to find those little shakes in the core and then bring it back up. Let's do a couple more like this. Just starting to warm up our core. Let's do one more. Good. Bring both feet to the mat. Take an inhale and an exhale. All right, you can stick with the tabletop. Go back to that set if you want to stay there. Otherwise, we're going to add on. Both legs go up to 90. Adjust where I am on the ball. Up to 90. We go single leg drop. Right leg reaches. Bring it back up to 90. Nice and slow, finding your balance on the ball. Left leg reaches back to 90. Again, maybe not all the way to the mat. With the long lever challenge of the long legs here, feeling it a little bit more. Good. Go one more side to side. And then we'll bring it back up to 90. Let's go Pilates V, heels together, toes apart. Lowering those legs down to a challenge spot, both legs. Slow, 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 bring it back up. The modification would be going back to a tabletop with the legs. Again, the slower you go, the more you're gonna feel that core work as you come back up. You're still pressing the low back into the ball. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And then feet find the mat. Take an inhale and an exhale. Little sway side to side on the ball. Again, arms can stay out at a T for the balance, or if you want more of a challenge, they go to the mat. We're gonna go single leg stretch. Keeping our hands on the ground. Right knee comes to a tabletop position, left leg 45, and then we switch. Switch, pulling that knee in towards the chest as you press that leg away. Good. Find the core work here. Try to stay stable on the ball using your core. You can always ditch the ball if it's not working for you. Perfect. Find that core work by pressing the low back into the ball. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet find the mat. Take an inhale and an exhale. Scissors, right leg straight at 90, left leg down to 45. It's a pulse, pulse, switch, pulse, pulse, switch. Reaching those toes, trying to keep the legs straight. It's like the feet are barely sweeping next to each other so they're not out wide. Good. Breathing in, breathing out, finding the core work and the stretch of the legs. It's our straight leg stretch. Perfect. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet find the mat. Take an inhale and an exhale. We're gonna go one more here in our core series. Bicycle. Right leg up to 90 straight. Left leg to a tabletop position. You're gonna reach that right leg. Left leg extends to 90. Finding a bicycle with the legs here. So you're pulling one knee in, and then that long leg reaches away. We reverse, reverse. A little bit of thinking here with the bicycle. You guys got this. Finding that stretch and that reach. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet find the mat. Lift up the hips. We'll take that ball out. Let the spine just find the mat. Little shake side to side. Breathing in, breathing out. Ball's gonna go in between the lower thighs. So kind of right above the knees. Hands can go back to the mat now. Neutral spine, little pocket of air underneath the low back. We start with a tilt. So without lifting the hips, inhale, exhale. Press the low back down, tilt that pelvis like that position we found with the ball. Inhale back to a neutral, that little pocket of air under the back. So it's gonna be a tiny movement here, just a tilt. Imagine that triangle pelvis that you have right here. It's going flat on the inhale, and then you're tilting it towards you on the exhale, just finding that little scoop. We're gonna go into our bridging next. So if you have any issues in the low back, you're gonna hinge the hips up and down, otherwise you're gonna roll the spine as long as you have a healthy back. Inhale, neutral, exhale, press the low back down, slowly lift, one bone at a time, lifting your hips, keeping that squeeze on the ball. Inhale, exhale, nice and slow, rolling one bone at a time, all the way back down. Good, continuing with your bridging, keeping that squeeze on the ball. You wanna find those glute muscles at the top. Neck and shoulder are relaxed. And as you go up, finding those glutes, press those kneecaps away, gentle pressure on the ball. If you want a more intermediate option, you can go robot arms as you go through your bridging, or you can go arms up to 90. Without the hands as kickstands, you have to use those hamstrings and glutes a little bit more. Perfect. Let's hold up in our bridge. Glutes are active, pressing into the big toe part of the foot. We're gonna add little squeezes of the ball. Squeeze, release the ball. Squeeze, release. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale, nice and slow. Roll all the way down. Good job, guys. We're gonna go into single leg bridges. So option 1, you could stick with the bridges we were just doing. Both feet flat on the mat. Otherwise, the ball's gonna go behind the right knee. Left foot will stay on the mat. And instead of rolling through the spine, we're gonna hinge. Inhale, exhale, hinge up. Squeeze those glutes. Inhale, exhale, hinge back down. Good, keeping that squeeze on the ball. Try to imagine the hips. They're level as they go up. One hip's not dropping. You can always go back to both feet on the mat if you'd like. Good. On this next one, we're going to hold up in our bridge. Squeeze those glutes. Right toe taps down to the mat and back up. Keeping the hips lifted for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale, hinge back down. Good job. We go other side. I count time, not reps, so just a heads up. Right foot on the mat, balls behind the left knee now. Inhale, exhale, hinge up, squeeze those glutes. Inhale, exhale, hinge back down. Continuing here. Level hips. If you're feeling those hamstrings too much, you can scooch the foot in on the mat closer to the body. And you have those intermediate options with the hands as well. Good, we're gonna hold up, tap the left toe down and back up. Keep the hips up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale, hinge down, take the ball out. Reach those legs up towards the ceiling. Get a nice hamstring stretch. Point and flex the toes. All right, I'm gonna put ball right above the ankles now. Option 1, knees bent, feet flat. Arms come up to 90, palms face away. Inhale, exhale, hands come to the hips, 100 press. Inhale, back to 90. If you want, you can add a chest lift when the hands come to the hips, not required. As we go into our hundreds, you can keep your feet flat on the mat. You can take the legs to a tabletop position to 90 or 45. When we go into our hundreds, we're going to be breathing in for 5 counts and out for 5 counts for 100 counts. Good. On this next one, we hold, we start pumping, breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 40, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50. Halfway done. Keep on pumping, reaching those fingertips 5 or 6 inches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 70, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 80, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 90. Last step, breathe in. Last step, breathe out. And set it on down. Good job, guys. Take the ball, tuck it on your weights so they don't roll away. You can bring your knees into your chest. Catch your breath, roll your knees in one direction. And roll your knees in the other direction. Good. You're going to carefully roll yourself or press yourself up to a seated position. All right. In a seated position here, I've got hips nice and like they're in quicksand. They're not going to move. Feet are about hip distance apart. Heels press into the mat. Roll those shoulder blades down. We go zombie arms. Shoulder blades down. Inhale. Exhale. Reach the fingertips away as you press the low back behind. Inhale to stack back up. Nice and tall. So we're finding that capital C shape with the spine. Fingertips reach. Low back presses away. Stack back up. Nice and tall. A few more like this. Sitting spine stretch. And back up. Let's do 2 more. Good. Last one. More of a reach forward than a reach down. Stack back up. Nice and tall. Bring it down. Nice shoulder roll. So we go sitting spine twist. Arms out to a T. Palms down. Pull the shoulder blades down. Hips are in quicksand. Inhale. Exhale. Pulse, pulse to the right. Center. Pulse, pulse to the left. Try to find that twist in the core. Keeping both hips still. Not letting the feet move. The legs move. Good. We'll go one more side to side here. And then bring it back, nice shoulder roll, butterfly the knees, take a little forward fold. Good job, guys. All right, we're gonna come to 4-point kneeling. 4-point kneeling, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's go cat-cow stretch. Inhale, press your low back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, breathe. That arch moving between flexion and extension in a range that works for your spine. Did a lot of flexion there with those hundreds and core exercises, so the extension might feel nice. Perfect. Let's pause in a neutral spine position. We're going to warm up our plank. You choose. You can go straight arm plank, you can go forearm plank, you can go back to the knees, or you can go all the way back to the toes. We're not going to hold for long, we're just warming up the full body, so when you're ready, find that plank position. Wrists or elbows are directly under shoulders. Press the heels behind, squeeze the glutes, tuck the tailbone, hollow armpits. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, child's pose, find a nice stretch. Back to 4-point kneeling. Let's tuck the toes, pike the hips up to down dog, pedal the legs up, get a nice stretch. And then walking your feet in towards your hands, shifting weight into your feet. Inhale, exhale, slowly roll up. One bone at a time. Good job, guys. Grab a drink of water if you'd like. We're going to go into our balance set next. So we're going to grab the ball. We're just going to hold the ball. Again, grab a drink of water if you'd like. Pop this up a little more so we can see. All right, ball's just going to be in the hands. We're going to start by just shifting our weight side to side. So over to one side, we might lift up that foot or lift up the heel, and then over to the other side, lift up the foot or the heel. Good. Just finding our balance side to side. The ball is just going to help as you're holding those positions. A little squeeze to it will help engage the core. Good. All right, you're going to pause with whatever foot you have up, and we're just going to hold, finding our balance. Perfect. Breathing in, breathing out. Focus on something not moving in front of you. We're strengthening that standing ankle. Keep breathing. Good. You can stay here if you want to add on. We're going to take the ball up, overhead. Good. Pass it out to one side. Keep your balance. Bring it back up. Pass it out to the other side. Perfect. Bring it back up. Ball comes back down. And then we set it down. Shake it out. Good job. So other side when you're ready. First, we're just finding that balance position. Shoulders down, cores engaged. Continuing to breathe. Pressing into the big toe part of the foot, not rolling out to that ankle. Good. Again, just finding the balance here to start, and then when you're ready, we're going to carefully bring that ball all the way up. Keep your balance. You're going to pass it out to one side. Bring it back. Other side. Bring it back. Carefully bring it all the way down. And then set it down. Shake it out. Good. All right, you're going to go like a leaning star here. So I'm going to take both arms up here. I'm going to keep the ball. So the side that I'm going to lean to is this side, my right side. If you're mirroring me, that's going to be your left side. You're going to lean up and over, finding your balance there. So the ball's going to kind of stay on that side. Yeah. Again, you decide, little leaning star. Just doing these different positions helps prevent falls, slips, engaging the core. Good. If you want to add on with that top foot, little pulses up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way in, all the way down. We go other side. When you're ready, finding that leaning star. Opposite hand has the ball. One side's usually better than the other side. That's normal. We all we're strengthening that standing ankle. If you're adding on little pulses, we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Shake it out. All right, let's go ball. It's just gonna go in between the lower thighs there, above the knees again. Feet are nice and parallel. We're gonna warm up those legs a little bit here. So finding a squat. Weight is gonna be heavy in the heels. Just finding that squat position, that squeeze on the ball. Inhale to stack back up. Good. Again, you're in charge of how deep you go here. I like to keep that neutral spine position. You can either hinge forward or you can go flat back, whatever feels best for you. I just don't want the knees to go past the toes. You don't want to take that work into the knees. Okay. We're going to hold down, little pulses down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down, little squeezes on the ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Shake it out. Take the ball out. Okay. All right. Let's take the ball back on the weights there. Feet are parallel, hip distance apart. We're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Again, walking yourself back out to that 4-point kneeling position. We go into another plank. A little bit longer this time. You decide, straight arm, forearm, kneeling, or regular. Find your plank position. Find those shakes in the core. If you want to add on, we're adding leg lifts. So right leg lifts up, back down, left leg lifts up, back down. Good. This is leg pull. Keeping that plank position. Good. You guys got this. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Child's pose. Good job, guys. All right. We're going to come back to that seated position and add on. So I'm going to take ball between the ankles again. Ball is in between the ankles. Again, have that little squeeze on the ball. And then we're going to go with some roll down. So arms out in front, palms face each other. Little squeeze on the ball. Make sure you have room to roll back. Inhale, exhale, C curve. Nice and slow. Rolling all the way down. Once you get to the bottom, it's an inhale, exhale, squeeze the ball as you roll up. You can always reach for the thighs if you need to. Take a forward fold. Good. Stacking back up, nice and tall. Inhale, exhale. Slow, slow, slow. All the way down. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest. C-curve scoop. Squeeze the ball. Good. If you're adding on, the ball is going to go underneath the right calf there. Arms out in front. Inhale. Exhale. C-curve scoop. All the way down nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale. Chin to chest. C-curve. Press into that ball. Take a nice forward fold. Stack back up. Nice and tall. We switch. Ball underneath the left calf. Stacked up tall, shoulders down. Inhale, exhale. Nice and slow. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, C-curve. Press into that ball. Find that scoop. A little forward fold. And then stacking back up, nice and tall. Ball's going to go in between the ankles. We're going to roll back to our forearms. So I want shoulders back. Not hunched forward. We're back on our forearms. Balls between the ankles. It's always optional. Take the legs to tabletop. We're going to go a little bit of a hip twist modification. So draw a little circle. Back to start. A little circle. Back to start. Finding that twist in the hips, but you should really feel core. If you want to add on, it's straight legs. Little circle one way. Little circle the other way. You should feel low core here. Keep the shoulders pulling down. This one's tough. Keep that squeeze on the ball. Hip twist here, 2 options. Let's go One more each side. Drawing those little circles. Good. Set it down. Ball is going to tuck to the side. We're going to use the weight, so try to find a spot where that ball is not going to roll away. And then once you're laying all the way down, you'll pick up those hand weights. We'll do a little bit of arms. All right, knees bent, feet flat. I'm going robot arms. Palms are facing in, elbows are to the mat. It's just going to be some robot elbow taps here. You're going to reach the weights up, tap the elbows back down. Reach the weights straight up, tap the weights back down. I want you to go a little bit faster paced up, slow resisted down. Good. Got about 4 more of these. Just starting to warm up here. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. We're going to pause with both arms up towards 90, palms face each other. You're going to tap those weights down towards the mat, bring it back up. If that's too much on the shoulders, you could always limit the range of motion, just go to a challenge spot, bring it back up to 90. Otherwise, you're going to tap or hover at the mat there. Good. Let's do about 3 more. 2 more. Energy shooting out of those arms. Last one. Arms pause back up at 90. Elbows are going to stay over the shoulders. We go tricep skull crusher. Weights go down on either side. Bring it back up. Modify. You can take the weights together if you need to. You just want those elbows to stay directly over the shoulders so you find those triceps. So I don't think anybody went super heavy, but for women over the age of 35, it's really important to do that heavy weight resistance training. And I work with a lot of women who are like, well, I don't want the big arms. I don't think anyone gets those crazy, huge, big arms. Just doing like a few sets with some heavier weights really helps with the strength. All right, we're gonna pause with both arms back up towards 90. We go chest fly. Out wide, gentle bend in the elbow, return to start. Good. We'll do a few more like this. Think bicep to bicep. Those weights go directly over the chest. Heavy weight. So I don't know, by the last one that we get here, if you're not feeling like, oh, that I can barely do this last one, then the weights are too light. But for me, I'm only doing like 10 sets. So some people do like, 30 sets, 40, 50. With that, you could use the lighter ones. We're gonna pause with both arms back up towards 90. Good. Now we go palms face away. Palms are gonna face away from you. You're gonna tap the elbows down, press the weight straight up like a bench press. And again, this is Pilates. It's not like I'm trying to get you guys pumped up. But it's just nice to get a little bit of arm strengthening. Helpful in your everyday of carrying things, that everyday strength. Let's do a few more like this. Last one. We're gonna pause. Palms are going to still face away here. Let's go unilateral. So we're gonna do one last set here. Right elbow taps down and back up. Left elbow taps down and back up. Last set. We're just gonna go a little bit of unilateral. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. Feeling those arms, the shoulders here. Let's do one more each side. Perfect. And then you'll take it down, set the weights off to the side, roll out the wrist for a second if you'd like. We're gonna turn onto our sides. Now bring one weight with you. So one weight, I'm gonna turn this way. You guys can turn towards me. The weight's just gonna go right in front. We're gonna use it for one part. For our side line, you wanna have hips stacked, ankles stacked. You can be laying all the way down, propped up on the elbow or on the forearm, either way. We start with just some leg lifts here, so you're gonna lift the leg and lower. Now we're working that top leg, top glute. This is classic Pilates side lying. If you want more of a challenge, feel like you can lift that side body up off of the mat. So instead of letting the side body rest, shoulder is strong, side body's lifted. Good, we pause with the leg hip height, brush the foot forward, flex the foot back. Try not to let the top half of the body move. Leg stays hip height. Good, we pause with that toe right there above the other foot, little golf ball circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, set it down. We're gonna bend the knees, 90-degree bend. Pick up that weight. We do one set of arm here. You're gonna go fast up, slow, resist it behind the hip. Fast up, resist it behind the hip. You should feel a little bit of side lateral flexion as that elbow goes right back behind the hip. You still have hip stack, shoulder stack, fast up, resist it, fast up. I'm even almost taking the side body towards the elbow to find that rib to hit. We got 2 more. Last one. Good. Weight sets down. We go clam, so heels are gonna stay together, open, close. You can keep your feet on the mat or you can go elevated clam. Either way, you just don't want that top hip to roll backward. So make sure, it can be a smaller range of motion. Should be starting to feel that top leg, top glute. Sometimes we do these with the booty bands. That's a killer on the booty. Good. We're gonna add on, it's an open, kick, bring it back, close. We've got about 8 of these. On this side, last set. We go 5, 4, should be feeling it, 3, 2, last one. Good. Roll onto your back, and you can get a little figure 4 stretch for that leg you just worked. Take it over opposite thigh, rock side to side, if that feels good. All right, we go other side. So I'm just gonna flip this way, make sure you still have that weight by you. When you're ready, starting with that lift and lower. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, ankles stacked. Feel like you can lift up that side body up off of the mat. And I go ankle to ceiling in that parallel position. Good. We hold hip height, brush forward, flex back, keeping it hip height, trying not to let the body rock forward and backward. Can be a smaller range of motion. Good. We pause, point the toe, golf ball size circles. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, 90-degree bend. Grab that weight. Fast up, right behind the hip. And as that elbow goes to the hip, a little bit of a side flexion there to find those lateral flexion there. Fast up, resist it down. Good. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Good, weight goes out in front. Clam when you're ready, open, close. Elevated clam if you did it on the other side. Make sure you're nice and even. You don't want those heels dropping. Good. go clam kick, open kick, and then close for about 10. You guys got this. Finish nice and strong. You should be starting to feel that top glute there. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, roll onto your back. Get that nice figure 4 stretch. Rock side to side, that feels good. All right, we're gonna flip around, rolling onto our belly. So, prone on our belly. Hands are gonna go directly under the shoulders. Pull the shoulder blades back. Gaze will be right off of the mat. Press feel like the thighs are lifting up, toes are lifting. Feel like the belly button can lift off the mat. Inhale, exhale into your swan. Good, and then come back down. I want you to find length. So neck is lengthening, shoulders are drawing back. In a range that works for your spine, your back. The goal is not to have the back arch. The goal is that your back is like a flat board, lifting and lowering. Drawing those shoulders back. Good. We pause with our gaze back down. Reach the arms forward. Right leg lift lower, left leg lift lower. You can add opposite arm, opposite leg for our swimming. Good. We pick up the pace. We're gonna kick, 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 reaching those fingers, reaching those legs. You guys got this. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press on back. Child's pose. Good job, guys. Take your hands over to the right side of the mat. Nice stretch. Back to center. Left side of the mat. Back to center. We're going to finish with one last little core set, and then we got some stretches. So, last core set here. Let's go laying all the way down on our back. We're going to go a little bit of teaser prep. So, option 1, you go back to those roll-ups. The roll-ups, the roll-downs, that is option 1. Option 2, right leg is going to come to a tabletop position. Arms come up to 90, palms face each other. Press the left heel into the mat. Inhale, exhale, come up into that V-sit position, reach, and then slowly scoop it back down. Good, 2 more on this side. You can always modify with the roll-ups. I want you to feel like you're lifting. 1 more on this side. And slowly roll it down. We go other side, right heel firm into the mat, left leg tabletop. Inhale, exhale. Coming up into that half teaser, that lift. Bring it back down. 2 more. Lift. Slowly scoop back down. It's a V position when you're up. Last one on this side. Bring it back down. 2 options for our full teaser. Option 1, more gentle. You start in tabletop as you find that teaser position. It is tough. Option 2, more challenging. Legs straight to the mat. Inhale, exhale, pressing up, lifting. Find that lift as you go. It's a hard one. Again, you can modify a tabletop. You can modify with some roll downs. Let's try 1 more. Make it your best. Try to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll all the way down. Reach the arms back behind, legs away in opposition. Find a nice stretch. Let the rib cage pop open. Nice big stretch. All right, last little set and we go to stretches. Option 1, tabletop. We're gonna go reverse knee curl. Pull the knee in, lift the hips an inch or 2, back to tabletop. That is the reverse knee curl. So try to find those low abs. Option 2, elevator. Inhale, exhale, reaching, lifting. Finding that reverse curl there with the legs straight. Feel like those legs are lifting up. We go one rollover if you want to attempt. Let's start, legs are gonna go to the mat. Legs come up to 90, inhale, exit, up and over. Separate the legs, and we roll all the way down one bone at a time. Feet find the mat, that's the rollover. All right, let's get some stretches. Reach the right leg up towards the ceiling, hand behind the thigh, point and flex the right toe, roll the ankle. One way, other way. Take that leg out to the side, nice wide V stretch. Back to center, cross it across the body, IT band stretch. Extending that leg back down to the mat, we go other side. Left foot up towards the ceiling, reaching behind the thigh or calf, point and flex the toe. Roll the ankle in one direction. Roll the ankle in the other direction. Take it out to the left side, wide V stretch. Cooling down, catching your breath, doing what stretches work for you. Crossing it across the body, IT band stretch. Good. Bringing it back down to the mat, we're gonna roll or press ourselves up to a seated position here. We go mermaid stretch, so options for mermaid, you can go legs straight out in front or crisscross. Classic mermaid, if you use it, as long as that's okay for the hips. One hand to the ankle, other arm out to the T. If you're going crisscross or legs in front, you just pick which way you're going. Towards the ankle, get a nice side stretch. Inhaling it back to a T. Exhale. A few more like this. Last one. And then find your counter stretch the other way. We'll switch the position of the legs. Again, try to press those hips down, arm out to a T, one hand to the ankle. Exhaling up and over towards that ankle. Good, yep. Someone's pulling your fingertips, keeping that hip pressing down. Good. Two more. Last one. Good. We'll bring legs out in front, a little bit out to, counter stretch other way if I forgot that. All right, feet are about mat distance apart here. We're gonna start by just walking the hands forward, find a nice stretch. Walk your hands over to the right leg, back to center, over to the left leg, back to center, walk it all the way in. Go crisscross applesauce. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist one side, hold, find that nice stretch. Inhaling back up. Exhale, twist other side. Inhale up. Little side bend one way. Side bend the other way. Inhale. Exhale, hands away. Inhale, arms up. We're gonna little back bend, gaze comes up, hands can find the back of the mat. Maybe let your neck go side to side, your head go side to side, finding a nice stretch for the neck. The shoulders here, opening up the chest. As long as that feels good for you. Walking it back in, we inhale, hands up. One last forward fold, reach, let your head hang heavy. Walk it all the way in. We go three like this, just inhaling up. Exhale, hands away. Inhale through your nose up. Exhale, hands away. Last one, we inhale up. Hands to heart center. You guys are all set. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I am